Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're untangling this really interesting link between unplugging and creativity.
Hmm.
You've shared some great material. We've got stuff from Creatively Plugged, which is like a subscription box.
Right. Hands-on making.
Exactly. And then insights from Mina Creativity Unplugged Virtual, which sounds more like a, industry event.
Yeah, marketing focus. So our mission today is exploring these two uh, seemingly different takes on stepping away.
Seeing what they tell us about maybe sparking fresh ideas or just improving our well-being.
Exactly. And if you're listening, you're likely curious about, well, finding ways to learn efficiently. Maybe grab some practical ideas for creativity or just relaxation in a busy life.
Makes sense.
And what's interesting here is we have these two different angles, right? One is very consumer-focused, personal.
That's the subscription box.
Yeah. And the other is professional, the marketing world, talking about innovation.
Okay, so let's dive into Creatively Plugged first. This sounds like a pretty smart concept, a
Mhm.
bi-monthly box, designed to make crafting, well, simple, stress-free even, promoting relaxation, that me time.
Yeah, it's interesting how they've sort of packaged that desire for like low friction creativity.
Right.
The clever part isn't just the convenience though. It's how getting rid of those first steps, the planning, the
These are
shopping.
annoying bits.
Exactly. It
I,
lets your mind jump right into the creative part,
Mm.
potentially skipping that fatigue that stops you from starting.
That makes sense. They give you the whole kit, simple instructions. They say it helps ensure you actually finish the projects.
You know that feeling, right?
Right.
Wanting to start something creative, but just the thought of getting all the stuff.
Oh, totally. It's exhausting sometimes.
This aims to just remove that barrier.
And it's not just the craft. You mentioned they include a self-care item.
Yeah, like cozy socks or maybe some calming tea, little extras.
Which feels like a nod to, truly unplugging means looking after yourself in different ways.
Precisely. If you think about overall well-being, those little additions really reinforce that idea. Creativity and relaxation, they're linked. It's kind of a holistic approach to de-stressing.
And the crafts themselves sound quite varied. Polymer clay, painting, watercolors, soap making even.
Resin projects,
Yeah.
paper crafts, decoupage, they seem to cover a lot.
It feels intentional. Like they want to keep it interesting, stop you getting bored with one thing. They keep saying fresh, fun, and stress-free.
That variety is probably key for retention, Lets people try things without buying loads of supplies or committing to learning a huge new skill.
Keeps it light.
Yeah, and that constant stress-free message underlines their main goal.
Yeah.
Make creativity accessible, enjoyable, not just another task on your list.
And the why behind it all seems very relatable. They talk about how busy life gets, how making time for yourself often falls by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
So Creatively Plugged is positioned as this easy button to relax and reconnect with your creative side without the hassle.
It's like they're saying, we get it, you're busy, we did the prep. Which speaks directly to someone who probably values learning and self-improvement,
Mhm.
but is juggling a lot. And the subscription itself, coming every 2 months.
Acts as a reminder.
Yeah, a little nudge to actually take that time.
They have a couple of options too. A mini CU, that's $42 bi-monthly, one self-care item,
Okay.
and a full CU for $57 with maybe 2 or 3 self-care things, both for any skill level, and you can cancel or pause anytime. Seems flexible.
That tiered pricing makes sense, offers a choice.
Hmm.
And making cancellation easy, that lowers the barrier to entry, doesn't it? Might appeal even to people who don't think of themselves as crafty.
And the testimonials really seem to drive home the feeling. Elise said it was better than other boxes, loved the unplugging extras.
Mm-hmm.
Janice found making an ornament surprisingly relaxing, not overwhelming.
It's often the fear with crafts, isn't it? That it'll be complicated.
Right. And Gretchen, who says she's not a big crafter, described opening the box like a mini vacation. That's quite a statement.
That's powerful, yeah.
Yeah.
Those comments highlight the emotional side. It's not just about what you make.
It's the process.
Exactly. The unwinding, the feeling of accomplishment without pressure, just having that time. Mini vacation really captures that mental escape.
Okay, so that's Creatively Plugged, the personal path to maybe unplugging for well-being.
Right.
Now let's shift gears completely. This Menace Creativity Unplugged virtual event, it happened back in March 2021, focused on the future of innovation and creative effectiveness. But in marketing.
Totally different arena, yeah. While the box is for individuals wanting personal creative time with, actual stuff,
Tangible things.
this Meneth event was a professional gathering. Marketing leaders, tech people, researchers. The unplugged here probably means more like Focused,
Oh,
in-depth.
like a deep dive session maybe, free from distractions.
Could be. Getting into specific themes for the marketing industry in that region.
Right. The goal was sharing innovative, creative work relevant to consumers in what they called the new normal.
Ah,
So, while the box is about individuals unplugging from routine to create, this event was about professionals plugging in to new creative ideas for a changing world.
that's a really key distinction. The new normal context that almost certainly points to the big shifts happening around that time, like post-pandemic changes.
Increased digital life, shifting values.
Exactly. Things that would make marketers rethink how they connect with people. The focus on innovation and creative effectiveness, it suggests they knew they needed to adapt, find new ways.
The main topics were innovation, creative effectiveness, business impact, and they had case studies from Smarties Award winners.
Okay, the Smarties Awards, those highlight really effective, often clever marketing campaigns, right?
Yeah, showing how brands connect in new ways.
So including those winners provides real-world examples, practical insights, inspiration for the people attending, shows what's actually working.
And it wasn't a small thing. The speaker list was pretty impressive. Brian Grazer, the Hollywood producer.
Oh, okay.
Rashad Tabakawala, an author. Corinne Timpone, formerly with Major League Baseball.
So a real mix of perspectives,
Yep.
not just marketers talking to marketers.
Right, suggests they were aiming for broad thinking.
That caliber of speaker definitely highlights the importance of the topics. Bringing in someone like Brian Grazer from entertainment, that can offer fresh takes on creativity itself, looking beyond the usual marketing playbook.
The event ran for an afternoon, included something called MMA Menace Smarties Unplugged, then the awards ceremony. Registration was free for a while.
Making it virtual and free probably boosted attendance significantly across the region, maybe even globally.
Makes sense. They were also looking for partners, so it was a fairly major initiative for the marketing community there.
Yeah, the partnership aspect points to that collaborative need in marketing, sharing best practices to drive innovation.
Okay, so we've got these two very different examples using this unplugging idea alongside creativity. One is personal, hands-on, about well-being.
Creatively plugged.
Right. The other is professional, strategic, about marketing effectiveness in a shifting world.
MENA Creativity Unplugged, virtual.
What's the connection? What threads can we pull between them? They seem so different on the surface.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because both, in their own way, value the act of stepping back or engaging differently to spark creativity.
How so?
For the individual using the box, it's literally unplugging from daily demands to reconnect with that creative impulse, aiming for relaxation, maybe fulfillment.
Okay.
For the marketing pro at the event, it's maybe more like unplugging from old ways of thinking, old assumptions.
And plugging into new consumer insights, new techniques.
Exactly, plugging into innovation. Both involve a deliberate shift to foster creativity.
So the common ground is this basic recognition that creativity is important, whether it's for, personal mental health or for business success in a field like marketing that's always changing.
Precisely. And think about that new normal context for the Minute event again. The need to be creative in how brands connected with people became even more crucial then.
Right. Which kind of mirrors the personal need for creative outlets during stressful times, which the creatively plugged subscribers were likely feeling too.
There's definitely a parallel there in responding to change.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive, we've seen two sides of unplugging and creativity. The personal side, stepping away, making something, nurturing well-being,
Mm-hmm.
and the professional angle. Stepping back strategically, understanding change, driving innovation, both seem to show that intentionally disengaging, however you do it, can lead to valuable results.
It really brings up a question for you, the listener, doesn't it? How might intentionally unplugging work in your own life?
Yeah.
Whether that's trying a creative hobby, something like the craft boxes, or maybe just consciously stepping back from your work routine to get a different perspective. Could that unlock something unexpected? Personally, professionally.
Something to think about. What kind of unplugging might actually be the most useful for you right now?